Fear not, all is not lost. It's been a while, just keep you up to date with the Jetta. This is some of the pictures of what we've been dealing with over the last few months. So, I forgot what I got to in the last video, but we've had to replace huge sections of rear chassis legs, all done and dusted, and the axle has been rebuilt back in with the new shocks and springs, and we have a nice textured bumper, back to what it should be. And the fuel tank is in. I did forget to put the fuel lines back in, but luckily there's enough room to shove them over the top. So fuel tank's in, straps are all cleaned up. I've had a clear bit of wax sprayed over it and on the top just to give it a bit more protection, because we're all about protecting the car mechanically, make this car sound. The paintwork does let it down, but we're doing the best we can with the minimal outlay and cost, because this car is being sold on. Also being sold on probably just after Christmas, so if you want a Jetta that's had a lot of work done to it, let me know. So the discs are the older ones, they're good, just cleaned up. Bearings have come off, repacked. Calipers cleaned up with a nice blue. New brake lines on it, hard lines all the way back. Axle bushes haven't changed because didn't need to. So we've just got to sort that brake composite valve out because it's a bit stuck. So we've done some work on the seal. This is looking pretty scabby, so we've rubbed it all down, and literally all we're doing, because it's solid, it's just scabby, is just finished off the actual seal, because where someone had replaced the seals, they hadn't actually done it properly really. They're on there solid, but little sort of finer details, like putting the seam sealer to fill the gaps up. So we just put some seam sealer on the car, and then we're going to put some stone chip down the side, well, primer and stone chip, and then it's going to have a seal on it anyway. The arch isn't looking too bad inside here. I'll give this a pressure wash out and then see what we're actually dealing with. The wing is a repo wing, which are never good because never fit properly. This one isn't actually attached down there, so we'll have to rectify that. And here is the fitment issues. We need to try and address what we can do with that. Sticks out a bit. There are bolts down there which you can undo and hopefully push the wing back in a bit. Might fix it, might not. We'll find out. So that's the seal done, and I'll agree, that does look so much better. All underneath, stone chipped, and nice and protected. Now the wing, we did clean that off, but the arch has had that section cut off. So that's 4 arches now I've bought, where some person has modified them, which makes no sense. So that's 4 arches straight in the bin. Anyway, move on. So you can see the top of the wing doesn't sit right either. Now the middle bit where the injector, definitely not an injector, where the indicator sits, there's a bit of a dent there which needs rectifying. You can see better from here. That needs dealing with, a bit of a dent there. You can see the wing doesn't even fit properly. It dips in, that's about as close as we're going to get it. There is a dent there, I'm not going over the top. But look at this, I mean it's just rubbish. But it's on there, it's a wing, it's black. It will do the job. Now, we've been blending in the back of this when we're doing the repairs. We've had our spray booth up because it started to rain. I don't want rain over my clear coat. So again, we're just blending this in. Takes a bit of a while to get this to look okay. So excuse the mess, we're in the middle of doing a lot of jobs. So getting on with the Jetta, we wanted the top of the bumpers back to the textured effect, what it should be. So I've done this one, as you can see. Very clear difference. And let it zoom in. So you've got a lovely bit of texture on there. Now, how did I do this? Well, I'll show you. Rubbed it all down. So that's top part's rubbed down, dust it all off, and then we use underguard. Well, that's what I use. You can buy textured paint, but I've got these in the cupboards. This is how another way you can do it, save going buying some. So this is just underguard. This is quite thick stuff. So what you want to do is sort of dust it a good distance away. And what you want to do, I don't know if I can, I'll try and what you want to do is when you're spraying it, literally just tap the top of the spray can just till it sprays out, and you'll have a sort of stringy effect, and that's what you want, like a spider web, Spider-Man type thing, just getting on it, building up the layer of texture. Get all that all over there, nice and even, and then do a simple satin black tool station, quite good cans actually. Satin black over it, same sort of process. Nice dusting coat, build up the colour. Yeah, it looks lovely. So I'm well happy with that. So that can go back on the car along with the arch once I've finished. Wet sand on the other side. That's all been polished, although now it's covered in dirt. That needs to go back on. Cutting and polishing, same stuff we used before on the Mk2, 3M fast cut, very good stuff. Wet sanding takes a long process. Nearly got it now, but again I'm just feathering areas in just to get it matched up. Yeah, well happy how that bumper's come up. Should match perfect once on the car. And here we are. So that top quarter panel is blended in. Needs a bit more polishing, but it's looking a hell of a lot better. Arch is on and the bumper is on, and I am well happy with that. So much better. Makes the car more of a fuller car. The texture work has really come up nicely. Really happy with how that's going on. And the front's going to be the same detail. Looking good. Few cobwebs, this hasn't moved in quite a while. Don't worry, not sponsored by Halfords. There we go, we're sat down. This on 40mm or 30mm springs. Definitely need some wheel spacers. But yeah, I'm happy with it. Now it's back on the floor. Definitely spacers. Even lower now. It's only because you've got front in the air. Let's start with this mess. Firstly, top mounts, knackered. They need changing, so that's another pair of shocks on there. I've got springs for it. Disc is past it. I think there's a pair in the boot. Pads obviously past it. Brake hoses, they look alright. Stick them in the bin, I'll just change them. Not worth it. Anti-roll bar, mounting bush. You can see a gap there, so that's gone, they need doing. Trackward end is pretty seized at the moment, so probably replacing those. Again, not a massive cost, but it's a no-brainer sometimes. Lower arms don't look too bad. The rest of it is just scabby. Again, just needs a good pressure wash out and we'll clean up what we can see, then we can start dealing with under the bonnet. Drive side the same, disc is shot, hose, bin it. Top mount again, don't know if you can see it clearly in the video, completely gone. Hard lines look okay. But yeah, it's coming along, looks scabby, but once the arch is on and the trim's on, and the front bumper is stone chipped at the top, it's going to be looking bob on. So if you're wondering why I'm not doing a full-on resto on the Jetta, it's because it was a blind eBay purchase. I paid 920 quid for it, about a 6 or 7 hour round trip, and it was back home. And after poking lots of things, it got a lot worse, as you can see in the front pictures. Now the idea is to return this car around mechanically sound, MOT, safe and sound to drive on the road. Few mods, you know, as you do. It is being sold, so this car is funding my next project, which is a rally car, which will be fueled by 2.1 litre 16 valve on a big fat set of carbs. So if you're interested in a Jetta, keep on the videos, and it'll be up for sale soon.